Hey guys, Tom here. Welcome back to the Underground. I have a really, I think it's cool. I hope you think it's cool. Today, we are going to have a bourbon party. Actually, yeah. Now we're going to have a bourbon party. If you know anything about me and you watch these shows, you know bourbon is my liquor of choice. And this is something really cool you can do. Bourbon is the quintessential American spirit. But over the past 10 years or so, there has been a resurgence in bourbon and everybody's drinking bourbon. So bourbon parties are a really cool thing that you can do. And we're going to talk a little bit about how to have a bourbon party. So, but first, just a little bit about bourbon. Bourbon is, like I said, an American spirit. And there's some requirements to bourbon. One, it has to be at least 51% corn. It has to be made in the US. And there's some alcohol content requirements that are in place. They're a little finicky. I won't get into them now, but where I will get into them, and we're going to talk about bourbon a lot more, is if you listen to podcasts, I just wanted to tell you that I am going to start a podcast for the Grantham Pub Underground, where we're going to be able to go into things a little more in depth than what I can show you in a 5 or 10 or 15 minute video. So if you listen to podcasts, it's going to be coming out. It's called The Last Call at Grantham Pub Underground. Check it out wherever you find your podcasts. And the first one is we're going to expand upon this whole thing about bourbon. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are. So stay tuned for that. I'll let you know when it's going to be available. So, bourbon. Like I said, totally American product. Where did bourbon come from? Well, bourbon came from Europe with like the Scottish people. They came to America. They settled in Kentucky. Bourbon is made, history comes from Kentucky. The Scots, is it Scots or Scotch? I think it's Scots. But anyway, they came and they started making bourbon. And the cool thing about bourbon is, you see bourbon and you think it's like this brown thing. I actually think bourbon goes into the barrel clear and it gets its color from the barrel. And there's a lot going on with bourbon these days. But the thing you need to know about having a bourbon party, and we'll talk about more about this, is it can be a lot of fun. You invite a few friends over. You don't have to go crazy, or even in today's environment, you could have a virtual bourbon party where everybody has their own kind of deal. So what you do, you get a few bourbons, and you know me, if you know I like bourbon, I have more than a few bourbons, but I'm only gonna talk about a few right now. And what you do is you just have little samples of a few bourbons. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. You can do one distillery, a couple different kinds from that distillery, or you can do multiple distilleries of a certain kind of bourbon, like a small batch bourbon or a bottle and bond. Bottle and bond, things like that. But for today's purposes, we are just going to taste 4 bourbons that I happen to have around the house. Now, you can get a special bourbon glass, which is called, I have it written down here. It is called let me check my cheat sheet. While I'm doing this, when you have a bourbon party, one of the most important things you can have at your bourbon party is water. Because you want to be able to kind of clear out between bourbons. There's a special bourbon glass. I can't find it, but it looks kind of like this. It's got kind of like a small base with a big bowl so you can kind of experience the bourbon. And another thing, ooh, You want to have some little snacks at your bourbon party, but you don't want to go big flavors. You want to go like, nuts, maybe some mild cheese, things like that, some dried fruits or whatever. Because if you go big flavors, like spicy things, what else? I mean, that kind of stuff, you're gonna burn out your palate and you're not gonna be able to enjoy. Wait till after you have your tasting party, and then that's where you have like your barbecue and your pasta and your chili and that kind of punch in the face flavorful food. But you definitely want to have some food because you're going to be drinking a lot of bourbon. But if you're having a virtual party, you don't have to worry about it because nobody's driving. So what you want to do when you have a bourbon party, when you're tasting there's like, how do I taste bourbon? I kind of just drink it, but you get a couple, you lay them out, and I hope I remember which one is which, but you want to think of flavors like vanilla and caramel, toffee, tobacco is a big flavor that comes about with bourbon. Is there any fruitiness to it, like cherry notes, floral notes, spicy notes like cinnamon, nutmeg? Are you going to taste the oak? Because that's oak. Bourbon is aged in oak charred barrels. But there's different things too, which we'll discuss later on the podcast that you have to stay tuned for. Make sure you stay tuned for that. But that's basically it. But let's get to the getting. So I just have 4 basic bourbons, a variety of 4 bourbons, and we'll taste them. And then we'll see which ones I like, which ones I don't like. I mean, it's bourbon, so you're going to want to check the color. These are all kind of similar. This one's a lot lighter. But another thing is get yourself a little tasting card so you can keep notes. Or you don't have to. Geez, you can have just a plain notebook, for crying out loud, especially if you drop it on the ground. So let's get to it. So this is number 1. So have a whiff. I like the smell. It smells like bourbon, or it smells like whiskey anyway. It's bourbon, so I like it. It's got a little bite. I wouldn't call this particularly smooth. It's got a little burn on the finish, and the finish is just, you get it in your mouth, coat your mouth with it, and then swallow that, but you're not really tasting the first time. You're just kind of preparing your mouth for the next taste. And then on the next one, that's when you can tell the finish of it. Is it smooth or does it burn on? That one's a little burny. Number 2, and make sure you clear out your palate. A couple little crackers or some pretzels or something would be good too. I'm not driving anywhere, so I'll eat after. Now this, oh wow. This one smells totally different. This just smells like alcohol. This one I get vanilla. I get a lot richer smell. Neither one's had tobacco yet. I don't know that I would like the taste of tobacco. This one is definitely smoother than this one, but this one still has a little bite to it. I guess you want the glass with the kind of bigger bowl so you can get your face in there, kind of inhale it as you're drinking it. You know, it's a bourbon. I mean, everybody drinks bourbon nowadays. If this is the tough guy drink. I mean, John Wayne drinks bourbon. Remember the old TV show Dallas? JR drank bourbon and branch water. I don't know what branch water is, but JR drank it. I mean, of course, they shot him, but Gibbs, NCIS drinks, but he drinks it out of he's cool. He just drinks it out of a mason jar that he dumped nails out of. That would probably give it rust. Is that a flavor? No. See, they mix bourbon. Like I said, bourbon has corn in it, predominantly corn, but they can put wheat in it, rye, I guess barley, any kind of other grain, provided it's 51% corn. Okay, this one kind of smells like this one. This one smells a lot richer. I get a little more caramely off this one. I don't know if you're supposed to swirl it. Act like I know what I'm doing. I thought this one was a lot smoother till I swallowed it. Or unless it just was, I almost started coughing. This one's smoky. And this one's smoky, and it's got a little more punch to it. Yeah, that one's a big man bourbon. Okay, this one, wow. This one is sweeter. See, like this one, and this one, I get a lot of vanilla, caramel, like brown sugar. Well, that's another thing. There's people that have whole big collections of bourbon. I mean, I'm not that. Not that I'm saying I wouldn't have a collection of bourbon. This one's got a little bite, but it's definitely the smoothest. Smoothest flavor, I mean, we're not grading them, but if we were, this would be the winner. So and if you're having a bourbon party with your friends, I mean, it's just you and me right now. So I don't know what you're thinking about them, but that's the cool thing. If you're having a live bourbon party, you're all drinking the same thing. If you're having a virtual bourbon party, you could be drinking different bourbons, and you have to talk about and say what you like about yours, how, describe it to your friends online, and it'll be fun. So, I mean, this would be the one I would drink by itself. So that's it. Do you want to know what they are? Me too. I hope I remember. This one is just plain Evan Williams Kentucky bourbon. It is 86 proof. Now this is just my go-to if I'm having like a bourbon and Coke or bourbon and ginger ale, or I'm making old fashions, that kind of thing. This will be the bourbon that I drink. Next one. This one is Jim Beam 100 proof bonded. This is the bottle and bond that I was telling you about, which means bottle and bond, it's regulated And that means that I'm going to read it from my notes. It's distilled at one distillery, 100 proof, and it comes from grains from a single season. Like I guess a lot, if you're like this one, they're blending, they got corn or wheat or something in a warehouse somewhere, they can use it. But this has to be from a single not a harvest, but from that year. I guess that's that harvest season. Next, this one, Knob Creek, 100 proof small batch. Now this is one I thought was a little smoky. There's probably a lot more char on that barrel. That's probably why it tastes a little smoky. And that's what you talk about while you're having your little bourbon party. And then finally, this one is Eagle Rare Kentucky Bourbon. These are probably all Kentucky, aren't they? Yeah. Kentucky. Jim Beam's definitely Kentucky. Evan Williams, Kentucky also. And that's where you're going to find a lot of bourbons. Now, that doesn't mean there's not good bourbon in other parts of the country. This one is 90 proof. So this was 86, this was 100, this was 100, this was 90. So you would think this would be the least harsh because it's the lowest alcohol, but I actually thought that was the harshest. That's why this is good for like some soda, or you're making an old fashioned. That's the things that I make, or a smash. Remember, we made a lot of smashes. I'll leave you a link to a couple smash videos, because they're good with bourbon. But that's it, your home bourbon party. When you decide which bourbon you like, you get a glass with a couple of ice cubes, clear if you can. These used to be clear ice cubes, but put a splash of bourbon in there. You sit by the fire with your German Shepherd, watching old John Wayne movies, eating beef jerky, then you're an American. Cheers. So that's it, guys. Your home bourbon party. It can be a lot of fun. Invite your friends, have it virtually. It does, you could even get like the small, if you want to try, a lot of liquor stores, you get like small half pints. You can get 3 or 4 for 15, 20 bucks, 25, 30 bucks. But it'd be fun. Or if you're hosting and you're having people over, everybody's responsible for one bourbon. There you go. And that's it. So have a bourbon party. If you like bourbon, if you don't like bourbon, have a bourbon party and see if you do like bourbon. Maybe you will. So that's it, guys. I'm out of here. Cheers to bourbon, the American beverage. So till I see you next time, remember, drink responsibly. If you like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon, so whenever we're drinking some more at the Underground, you can join us. But until then, remember, don't drink and drive, and I'll save a seat at the bar for you. Cheers.